So the Cardinals win over the Jaguars 31-19, and my confidence never wavered.
No, God, please, no, 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 no!
Never. It was rough and ugly for a while there, but they managed to get the win and advance to 3-0, which then they got past where they got last year, going 2-0 and then falling to 2-1. So that's already some progress. We saw a lot of those parallels last week with a team they should beat coming in, and they were 2-0. So progress a little bit at least. Cardinals started fast, going up 7, but things kind of took a little turn there towards the end of the first half. Gave up a touchdown, and then there was the 68-yard field goal hijinks that happened. In the second half, they even went down 19-10, but then scored 21 unanswered points, and then, you know, that's a little hard to come back from. So on the topic of this 68-yard field goal, I actually didn't hate the decision to do it. I mean, Prater nailed a 62-yarder just last week, and that thing looked like it could have gone like definitely a little further back and still made it. I get where they were coming from for sure. They wanted to get that extra 3 points before the half to take the lead again, but you know, he makes that kick and you're geniuses. You set the NFL record, but something else happened, so you look like giant idiots at the time. But the reason why I don't hate trying that, even seeing the outcome, is because of the time they decided to do it. Struggling Jaguars, Urban Meyer trying to figure it out, Trevor Lawrence, only his third start, trying to figure it out too. So it's not the worst time to have a blunder like that and try to be super aggressive. But seriously, just not against NFC West teams, please, because that is how it will come back to bite them, is they will capitalize on those mistakes and make you pay. All right, let's take a look at the stats here real quick. Kyler, 28 for 34, 316 yards, no touchdown passes, 1 interception, and 1 touchdown on the ground. James Conner with 2 rushing touchdowns. Hopkins had a quiet game for sure. Played 61 of 67 snaps still, but only 3 catches for 21 yards. He was hurt going into the game, and he definitely looked like he was having a little trouble trying to sync up with Kyler. Like, there's a few throws that just didn't look necessarily right, but luckily, you have AJ Green and Christian Kirk stepping up, both with over 100 yards receiving. That's pretty awesome. It's nice to see like some of those guys step up for sure. Glad to see that for AJ Green too. On the defensive side, Byron Murphy with 2 interceptions, an interception returned for a touchdown. Yeah, so happy to see that for Byron Murphy. The Cardinals corners have been pretty good through these first 3 weeks compared to I think what the expectations were, especially with losing Malcolm Butler because of the retirement stuff. I think a lot of people expected our cornerback room to be pretty bad, and I think they're definitely outperforming those expectations right now. But this week, the bad men are coming. So there's a chance they might have a rough day this Sunday. So there's some other stats to look at too that are kind of more of the negative ones, and they've addressed it too in the press conferences. Like, they're still not happy with how they're winning, but next week, these are definitely going to be problems that if they continue, they'll have a hard time on Sunday. So the run defense was pretty weak at times. You know, after seeing Dalvin Cook just do whatever he wants, when they let James Robinson run, he pretty much did the same thing. They had one drive that was, I think, like 9 straight runs where they just went straight down the field and scored a rushing touchdown. Like, they ran every time, and the Cardinals couldn't stop it. All right, let's see. 15 carries, 88 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 5.9 yards a carry. In fact, every rusher averaged over 4.5 being the lowest of Trevor Lawrence. But Carlos Hyde also had 8 carries for 44 yards, averaging 5.5 yards a carry. Yeah, that's going to kill you if you keep letting that happen. But luckily, they struggled a little more passing. They still didn't look the worst passing, Lawrence had over 200 yards and a touchdown, but the secondary stepped up and got those 2 interceptions. Byron Murphy just decided that he was upset about week 1 missing that pick 6, that he was going to get his this week. Another thing that's definitely concerning looking at it here, Cardinals were really bad on 3rd down. They were really bad. They converted 1 3rd down out of 9. And to put that in context, the Rams, who they go up against, converted 10 out of 15 against the Buccaneers. And one more thing, I'll look at one more kind of negative, and then we can get off the negative. But they had 7 penalties for 58 yards. The Rams have 7 penalties all year. They have definitely things they've shot themselves in the foot with. The Rams are not having these same issues right now. So what we already knew was an uphill battle is looking a little more uphill just looking at those stats. But every week's a new week, so we'll see how they come out looking on Sunday. Because, I mean, they could come out and convert every 3rd down and have no penalties. Well, we don't know. We'll have to see. And there's another thing I just wanted to talk about real quick, then we'll wrap up. But Kyler Murray, over 1,000 yards in 3 games. I mean, that's pretty cool. He's slinging it out there. He still kind of has like that one odd throw that kind of doesn't look too good, but the rest of them, he's been pretty on point with a lot of his throws this year. But it's super fun to watch, especially when he gets out of the pocket. And it seems like he's throwing more downfield when he escapes the pocket instead of taking off running necessarily. Like if you even look at like the Rondale Moore touchdown, I mean, he definitely did it last year too, but I still think that's good to see. I like seeing him able to throw it downfield when escaping that way. But yeah, either way, a win's a win, and an important one, because the games are going to get a lot harder after this week. They do have the Texans in there, which that's the only kind of break they have in the next coming weeks, but definitely good to get this one because it's, like I said, going to be a lot harder from here on out. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see some more from me. And let me know in the comments what you think. You feeling good about the win? Feeling confident going into next week? And either way, let me know. Bye-bye.